Hello and how you... What am I doing? This isn't Two Jagoffs anymore. This is the Lucas Carries podcast. You want to know why it's the Lucas Carries podcast? Because I am the only thing that has ever mattered to come out of Pittsburgh in this shitty little podcast that nerd started. I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm assuming all of you have seen that promo by now. That cringy little ass cornball promo that he made. Let's be honest, guys. He's a loser. This has always been my podcast. I came in here. I saved it. He tried burning it to the ground multiple times. I had to come in here. I had to do all the work. I had to get everything done. I had to revamp our social media, revamp how we do it, revamp episode styles, get these guests to come on. I did all the work the whole time. So this guy quitting is not going to change a single thing on this stupid podcast. The only thing that's changing is the name, going to what it should have been the whole time, because we all know it's true. We didn't really need that kid around here anyways. I found him to be actually quite useless, in my opinion. He was just, he couldn't put the business in front of him the whole time. He has no idea what to do. He will shit talk guests on the episodes, which is crazy to me because we have an open role policy for anyone to come back, which he loves to bring up. So I don't know why you would ever want to be mean to our guests. Just like some guy named John, who shouted to him for the love and appreciation he showed to me. He did a great job hosting while I was gone, taking my very well-deserved vacation, getting ready for everything to come in the near future. But speaking of that, this old host of yours, Pittsburgh's least important Jagoff, whatever you want to call him, he made a mistake. He brought on this guy, this ordinary guy, nothing special about him, named Robbie Insmikowski. Oh, I cannot stand this guy. He thinks that he gets to come on our platform that I so graciously allowed Austin to bring him back on for, I believe, the third or fourth time now. And you know what he does? He makes fun of me the whole time. He calls me out. He belittles my name. And Austin, you know what he does? He doesn't do a thing. He doesn't do a thing to stop it. It's just a lack of respect that was being thrown around this podcast. David Lawless, you came on. I thought you were pretty cool, the first time you came around, but this time you came around and you kind of pledged your allegiance to the losing side of things. So now in my book, you're also considered just a loser. You don't wrestle anymore. You're not welcome back on this podcast anymore. Honestly, I'm just going to make a business decision right here. You're banned from the podcast. I'll never bring you back on. Same with you, Robbie. You're also banned from the podcast. I don't see need for you to come back on. I graciously allowed you to spend my precious time and waste it, and you guys come on here and do nothing. John, you're welcome back anytime. The enemy of my enemy is considered my friend. But with all that being said, you guys might be thinking, is it just going to be you? Because, there's nothing wrong with that. We love hearing from you. You have the most important voice in Pittsburgh, most important part of the podcast for years now. But that's actually not how it's going to happen, because I am a man that loves opinions. I am a man that, desires to have people on. I like the role of things, having a nice co-host here and there. So I actually do have a new co-host with me. Someone that has been very underutilized, mistreated, battered, given the wrong end of the stick occasion and occasion again. And honestly, just not treated fairly, and I want his opinion to be, heard by the public. So now, without any further ado, I'd like to introduce my co-host of the podcast, of the Lucas Carries podcast, Mr. Jack Dean. Jack, how you doing, my friend?
It's nice to finally be on now that I'm not held back all the time.
That's what I'm saying. Austin had control for how long now, and he never wanted to use you until he was desperate because he's a bad friend.
Yeah, I heard more about how he didn't want me to have on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He never wanted you on. He didn't have any pride in bringing you on. But as my first decision, I decided that one of the most important pieces of our summer recordings was you. One of the most valuable team members. I was willing to step in and fill shoes of others that couldn't make it. I figured that who could I ask for to be a better co-host of this podcast? Someone that supported me since day one. Supported me since I was even the co-host of this podcast, and you gave your support. You've pledged your support since day one, and that's valuable to me. Your word had a lot for me, so I greatly appreciate you.
Loyalty goes a long way, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for you. So you will be my co-host for the foreseeable future. I don't see any reason not to. I'd love to have you back, obviously, as much as you can. Obviously, we all have things in life, but I think you're probably, outside of me, you're probably the most valuable piece that's ever been a part of this podcast. I can't really think of anyone else I'd value ahead of you.
I can't really think of anyone valuable other than us two.
Honestly, I agree with you. So, I do want to give this time to you. You can, if you want to speak anything about the old host, the old regime, honestly, because that's what it felt like working with him sometimes. I know I talked about it. He had that promo, it was just kind of whatever. But if you wanna give your thoughts, give your opinions about him and his promo, your time is yours.
I mean, he was sitting in the same corner that I've seen 500 times in that promo. I don't know. It's kind of the same thing again, so... I mean, he seemed to be genuinely touched by this whole thing. And I guess I can feel bad to an extent, but at the same time, he kind of did this to himself. Mm-hmm. He's the one splitting things up here. I mean, he doesn't want to do what needs to be done in order to actually make something successful, and then throwing a fit whenever we do such things. So, I mean, I guess that's all. He can go hang out with his boyfriend, Kevin, or Carl, or whatever he wants to call himself.
I think he has, dual personality disorder, whatever that's called.
He has, that, split personalities or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. He can hang out with his boyfriend, go to bars or whatever. But, yeah. That's all I gotta say about that.
No, I agree with you totally. And, you did bring some up. It was something about that corner he sat in, same corner every time, same chair every time. And just like with the social media, he tried to get rid of my style of things. And you know what's really crazy about this? Now,
what?
I'm going to go into some behind-the-scenes work here. Whenever I was still allowing him to be on my podcast...
Of course.
We had a group chat. We had a team member group chat.
Yeah.
Which has since been disbanded because I cannot stand the sight of that kid or his stupid little friends.
Yeah.
Which is why me and you have the group chat to ourselves now.
Of course.
But he would say guys, we're uploading these promos and it just kind of stale. I think that we should move towards the skits a little bit more. And I'm like, you know what? It's crazy that I said that how long ago? But, you always want to be in control. So, we dismembered my ideas. And then he posted a skit. He goes, wow, this got good numbers. Well, whenever you stand against the same wall for about 700 straight promos, it's going to get a little boring to the fans. So, as everything else in this world, me and you, we're going to change things a little bit.
Yeah.
We're going to fix things. I was brought on this podcast to fix things. I had to fix a crappy logo. I had to go out of my way. I hope you know, they gave me a deadline of 2 weeks to a month to get that logo done. I got it done in 2 days. I started that night and had it finished by the next day. I had 4 different prototypes made.
Yep.
I basically did everything. I did everything he wanted. I went back and fixed the finest of fine details that you could. I made sure everything fit. I mean, social media. I mean, I've said this before. I'm going to sound like, just an open book here again. But, you were taking a picture of your computer screen. Come on now. Is that really what we're doing in this day and age with all the technology? A picture of your computer screen?
Right.
Seriously, we were getting 3 views, his mom, his dad, and his sister per promo. Now we're getting hundreds of thousands of views, every single thing. Thanks to me.
Of course.
And some of the promos with you in it have done the best, but then once he sees those numbers of you doing great, he just never calls you back. Never gives you the time of day.
Never.
All you ever do is try to stick out for him. I mean, you even text him whenever his phone's almost dead. And he just ignores the text.
Every single time I get a notification that he has less than 10%, I take a screenshot and I tell him, hey, you should probably charge your phone.
Yeah,
and he doesn't even respond. He doesn't even open it.
So, I think that the only thing that we had to do is just to move on. Obviously, we're not going to be on camera. The fans don't deserve to see me and you, honestly. I'm not traveling down to that stupid studio that he lives and dies by. The home studio is so much more convenient, so much nicer, well set up, and there's just...
It's cozy.
It's an aesthetic here. It's cozy. The woods are made out of this, wood siding and stuff. It just reminds me of, a nice cozy log cabin. We got, the nice background studio lighting. We got some nice sports memorabilia here. I took it over, he doesn't know this. I took the key to the studio off of his keys last time we were hanging out. Quote unquote hanging out, just so I could get the key off of him, to be honest. So if he even tries to come anywhere near here for the foreseeable future, he doesn't have a way to get in unless he kicks down the door, which, hey buddy, I know you're listening, probably. That's I can get the police involved if you kick down the door.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is our studio. Too many I respect a lot of the fans out there that support me, but there's a vast majority of fans that can't seem to wrap their heads around how business actually works in this day and age.
Yeah.
And what's actually good for a podcast. I'd like to see you run a successful podcast a day in your life. Oh, wait, you can't, because that's what I'm here for. So to those fans, that is why you will no longer see us. Post-production Lucas will be putting up all the stuff that you need to see on the screen. And speaking of that, this beautiful logo has been sitting on the screen the whole time, and you might see that is our rebrand to the Lucas Cairns podcast, featuring all the stuff I've done in the years of being here, all of my weapons of choice.
Looks so much better.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's everything I touch is a work of art, but this one is a personal favorite of mine. That last logo, I made it, so I can't say it's terrible, but this one just really embodies what the Lucas Cairns movement is.
Oh, yeah.
But, I'm glad to have you on.
Thank you.
I do want to mention that we do have some topics to talk about today, now that you're on.
Of course.
I'm going to get the kind of boring one for you out of the way first. I don't want to, end it on a bad note for you, so I'm going to start it on a bad note for you, get the Pirates talk out of the way.
Right.
I know you're not really much of a baseball fan.
Yeah. Especially since the Pirates were notorious for sucking.
Well, as well as we're playing, we are still last in our division because historically over the last 15 years, every year we've been actually a decent team that is a playoff contender in any other division. We are in statistically the hardest division in baseball.
Yeah.
This year, we are finally good over the last 5-year drought. Hardest division in the league. Any other division we go into, we're a playoff team already. This division, we're not because we're at the bottom of it.
Well, at least we can watch a Pirates game and think that we could possibly win.
You know what? I believe it was Tuesday. We actually won. We actually beat a division rival 12-1.
Oh, yeah?
So that just really shows that the Pirates can be a relevant team if it wasn't for the MLB itself just telling us that we're Pittsburgh and to go suck it.
Yep.
But I do want to mention real quick a few bright spots and down spots on this team. To the people saying that Paul Skeens isn't the same Paul Skeens, he is throwing a 1.97 ERA. That means that on average he gives 2 runs a game. If you can't beat a team that scored 2 runs on you, that is not your pitcher's fault.
Yeah.
If your pitcher is going anywhere from 6 to 8 innings, only giving up 2 points, and you still lose, that is not the pitcher's fault. Anyone saying that, and especially his first game too, whenever our outfielder, who I'll defend him in a second, but he dropped a lot of balls and let in 4 runs himself. Paul Skeens' ERA after his first game was 63 per game because it was just, it's how statistics work. Obviously, we didn't lose by 63 points.
Yeah.
But I can't stand the people blaming him right now. He's still the best pitcher in the league, in my opinion. Ohtani's right there with him, but honestly, Ohtani's kind of been struggling. I think it's because he bats and pitches. He doesn't give himself enough of a break during some of it. So I'm going to say Skeens is currently the best pitcher. There's a lot of competition, especially with this new kid coming up who throws 103 mile per hour balls in the first inning for 10 straight strikeouts or something like that from the first inning on. Yeah, he's kind of a beast. I'm kind of actually scared that Skeens might fall off.
Right.
But you know what? He's still got to prove himself. He's going to have Tommy John in about 2 years. So that's all right. Then he'll suck after that.
Mm-hmm.
But in all seriousness, shout out to that kid. He is a beast. I wish he was on our team, but he's not. But Paul Skeens, not the problem with the team. If you think so, you're delusional. I love Don Kelly. You know, he's a Point Park alumni. As much as I don't like Point Park at moments in time, screw you, my broadcasting teacher. And whoever thinks that student safety is your top priority whenever I'm going in the city in sketchy conditions where cars are literally crashing because they're slipping on ice, you probably shouldn't be at our school anymore. Just going to leave it at that. But Don Kelly, please stop using analytics. You have 2 eyeballs. You've been a coach a hot minute now. The analytics do not know what you're doing. The analytics do not know how the team works. You can't go. That's like if I asked ChatGPT what lineup I should use today. It's going to give me what it thinks it should be.
Yeah.
But it's not on the field every game. It's looking up Google stats. It seems like Don Kelly's doing the the Derek Shelton type of coaching, which is just analytic, rather than who's actually playing good in what position. That's why we're losing games, honestly, guys. That's why we can't go on a win streak. We're win 2, lose 1, lose 2, win 1 every 5 seconds. We can't have a higher win streak than 3 or 4 games. It's getting quite sad at this point. So we need some coaching adjustments. And O'Neal Cruz, people want to say he's terrible. He has the most strikeouts in the league, but he's also hitting above the league average because the league average this year is a 2.4. He's sitting at 2.5. Just want to say we are historically at this moment in time, we are historically at the lowest batting percentage in MLB history. Fun fact for you guys.
Very fun.
You cannot blame O'Neal Cruz that the entire world of baseball is focused on pitching, not hitting anymore. Pitching is how you win games, not by hitting anymore. So, to the people blaming him, he's still hitting above league average. Until he hits below league average, I'm not going to be mad at him. He's also gotten better at fielding ever since the start of the season because I'm pretty sure everyone wanted him off this team, including probably the coaching. So he stepped it up, and I'm starting to see a comeback out of him. He strikes out a lot, but if you think about it, would you rather him go out swinging the bat or go out staring at the ball coming down the plate? Me personally, I think a strikeout's a better way to go out than staring at the ball.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be mad at that. Like I said, it's going to sound repetitive. He's still hitting above league average. He's not the problem either. Besides that, I mean, we have some good pitching. The bullpen's a little questionable. When we're pulling our starting pitchers is also the reason we've lost games. Once again, analytics. The analytics are saying, oh, he shouldn't pitch this long because his arm's going to hurt. Okay, but you can see Skeens getting visibly frustrated whenever he's 8 innings in and you pull him instead of letting him stay in for the one more, and then we bring someone from the bullpen that gives up 3 points, and now we're either losing or going into overtime. So I think a lot of the stuff on the Pirates kind of, not downfall because we're above 500, but kind of just the reason that we're bottom of our league is because of coaching. So please stop blaming our players. Please actually watch a game. And if you don't watch a game, you don't have the right to talk about it. Getting onto the fun stuff now, something you can actually talk about. Your favorite player on the Penguins is re-signing for a 1-year contract.
Oh, really?
Evgeny Malkin. Gino himself has re-signed. I don't know the money. I don't know if it's been disclosed yet. Last time I looked, it wasn't disclosed from at least the source I got, which was the Penguins and ESPN themselves.
Yeah.
But he is back for a 1-year thing. He posted a caption saying, "I'm always a Penguin," which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. I love that guy.
Yeah. He is score.
I am score.
Yeah.
I am score. You got to bring back I am score. Am I right?
Right? Gotta put that on a t-shirt.
There probably is one.
Oh, really?
there probably is.
I gotta get one.
You could probably go to like Amazon or like eBay or what's the shop? Etsy or whatever.
It's kind of like make a jersey, just instead of the name, it's I am score.
Yeah, because you can put on the bag, just make the custom number 71 and go I am score is the name.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can put 70. I think probably put 71. It's just a number. You're not putting Malkin on it. You're not getting like a rip-off NHL jersey. You're just putting I am score. But yeah, he has resigned. He's officially staying in Pittsburgh. I don't know exactly what's going to happen after this year with Malkin because he said he wanted to stay here for 2+ years. That's the contract he was looking for, was a 2-year extension. And he only got a 1-year extension to come back. I'm kind of hoping that this is like a 1-year prove it kind of deal. Like, prove you can be here for 2 more years, because for the last 2 years, you had kind of down years. This year, you were pretty good besides absolutely slashing a dude because he pushed you in the back. But besides that, you had a really good year point-wise. You were part of the reason we actually made it to the playoffs, to get kind of embarrassed by Philly. But I think this is a prove-it deal, in all honesty, of me watching NHL. I think this is just a classic prove-it deal. Prove that you deserve to be here for more than 1 year.
Yeah.
I'll give him credit, or I'll give our coaches credit. That's a smart move to do because with older guys on the team, you don't know if they're gonna be good or not. He's not Crosby.
Yeah.
He's the second.
Crosby's a different beast.
Crosby's a different beast. I mean, don't get me wrong. Malkin is probably a top 5 Penguin of all time. I'd have to think about it a little bit harder because I can name 3 that are better than him, being Crosby, Lemieux, and Yager.
Yeah.
He's up there though, man. Malkin's a beast. I mean, he's point wise. I think he's the second best Russian to ever be in the league. Just point wise.
Yeah.
I think he's only behind Ovechkin maybe. But I think that Dan Muse is kind of scared of like the previous years before this.
Yeah.
But I'm happy. I'm happy Malkin's back. Because honestly, if we had to verse a team that had Malkin on it, I'd probably sit there cry. I'd probably shed a tear or two if I saw one of our guys absolutely just deck Malkin or something like that.
Oh yeah, no, he's not coming back for that game if he decks Malkin.
Well, that guy will be in the grave. But
he'll be gone. Yeah.
And that's Imama Boko.
Imama.
He's actually in our minors right now, but he's doing good. They're going far in the playoffs, so maybe Boko will get that minor league champion. I don't know if they get rings down there. I'm assuming they get rings down. The college gives out rings. They got to give it in the minors. Yeah. But I know that's one of our kind of jokingly favorite players.
Yeah.
Imama. Yeah, and then Crosby came out. You actually mentioned this to me, right before we started filming, so I figured, we can talk about it. Since someone doesn't talk about NHL whenever the old regime was in the seat.
Yeah.
Always didn't want to talk about
that guy.
it.
I can't remember his name.
I don't keep up with it. But Crosby came out and said that he wanted to play for 5 more years.
Oh yeah.
Which the fact that he's, I believe, almost 39 or is 39 or something like that, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But the best part is I can see it. Yes, he's slowing down, but I hate to break it to you. He's been in the league since he was like 19 or 20 years old. Yeah. He's going to be slow by the time he's 39 years old. I hate to break it to you. That's called aging, people. people weren't this mad whenever Tom Brady decided to come back and play for the Bucks and win a Super Bowl. They thought he was the greatest to ever do it.
Mm-hmm.
But now Crosby comes back, and some people are like, he's staying in the league too long.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. It's a different sport. I actually say that hockey is a more physically demanding sport than football is.
Yeah.
I know in football, you have the bigger hits. I'm not saying hockey has the bigger hits. I'm saying hockey takes a lot more stress on your body.
I mean, it's the only one that has actual fist fights in the game, so
and is allowed to happen too. I mean, the NFL, if you spit on someone, you're out for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But in hockey, getting spit on is probably just like part of the game.
Yeah.
Not that spitting happens a lot because NHL players have some classiness to them. That's why they don't.
Some classiness.
That's why they're not in jail every 5.5 seconds.
They're classy when they slam you into the boards.
Hey, at least they ain't spitting on you though.
That's true.
I'd rather get slammed into the boards than get spit in the face.
You know what? I can't argue that.
Yeah. But yeah, so Crosby, he's probably gonna be here another 5 years. I mean, here's the thing: we're always gonna come to Crosby's demands. If the Penguins got rid of Crosby, I think the stadium would burn down. I think that we would probably bomb that stadium.
It would.
I'm being so honest. There would be terrorist threats every single day.
Riots.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to use that stadium anymore.
Oh yeah.
The police wouldn't be able to outnumber the amount of fans there with weapons. All right.
They have pitchforks and torches.
Honest, and I'm more scared of that than the police forces that would be there.
Oh my god.
I mean, and if they did try to have a game after that, stuff would just be thrown on the ice the whole time. They would just be buying drinks. There'd be like hot dogs and nachos on the ice. And...
If they even bought tickets, like I feel like people would just not buy tickets. They would be so mad.
There's always gonna be this fans that get in just to... But honestly, as long as they're buying tickets just to go in there and ruin the ice, hey. Don't disrespect our Crosby like that.
Yeah, you can't do that to our boy Crosby.
Crosby chooses whenever he goes out, not whenever the coach wants him to go out. So
yeah.
But I think in Pittsburgh, you just kind of know you don't get rid of Crosby. Besides that, the Pens in general, we got some work to do. We got shown what our weaknesses are in the playoffs. We need younger talent. We need to revamp our lines. We need, as much as I liked, our goaltenders this year. We had problems in goaltending. We had problems on defense. Whenever your best offensive players are 39 and like 38 or 37 or something like that, that's going to be a problem whenever your second best defensive player is Chris Letang. I'm not trying to hate on Chris Letang, but he's needed to go for about 3 years now. So that's the main things you got to work on. You just got to get younger talent in there, man.
Yeah.
We're starting to work on it. I'm glad. We have Dan Muse who's willing to work with young people. Sullivan needed to go. That was one coach I supported actually leaving. I think Dan Muse has been able to come in here and accommodate for the players. I find Dan Muse to be the opposite problem of Don Kelly. Dan Muse actually doesn't go with the analytics, looks at his players and how they play, and puts them on the appropriate lines, that's what you need in a coach. That's what you need in a coach. You need them to work with your players and figure out where they want to be.
Incredibly important.
So I'm not too worried about the Penguins. I don't think they're in rebuild mode anymore. I think that they have solid players that they're trying to build on. There's a lot of names I could bring up right now that people are saying, we're going to go after in the offseason. I don't know who we're going after. I don't know who other teams are re-signing. I don't keep up with every single team like I do in the NFL, so I'm not even going to try to sit here and pretend I do. You can go Google it for yourself, but it's going to be like the Steelers and Brandon Ayuk all over again. I'm not going to go off of what people on Instagram are saying we're going to get. I'm going to wait till it actually happens before I bring it up on here.
Yeah.
Like somebody that talked about Brandon Ayuk to the Steelers a long time ago. Old regime stuff. I'm a new regime.
Old gen. Those
old
people.
Speaking of unclassiness, we moved to the NFL now. Back to kind of some stuff that you won't necessarily be too familiar with. But we have Josh Jacobs, Green Bay Packers star running back. He actually got arrested the other day. He had a really low bond. It was like $1,000 to $3,000. It was somewhere in that range. I forget what it was. Strangulation, suffocation.
Jesus Christ.
And some other fines. Obviously, his lawyers and him are pleading not guilty.
Uh-huh.
Investigations are ongoing. The Packers said that they're not going to comment on it, but they know of the allegations because that's the media response.
Yeah.
Not really too much to talk about right now. Just figured I'd bring it up. This is I'm going to keep somewhat of a sports conversation on here for big topics like this. To say the least amount of things about it, I don't know how you can fake something like that.
Yeah.
I think that part of it's probably true. Now, to the extremes of it, I don't know. To what happened beforehand, I don't know. he was on the Raiders, and once a Raider, always a Raider. You know, Henry Ruggs, you know, hit a family whenever he was going like 103 miles per hour. So, you know, it's just like a Raider thing.
Yeah, like what is it with football players and getting arrested? I feel like I'm hearing one constantly.
It's a culture thing, man. It's a culture. That's what I'm saying. It's just you make so much money. The NFL gives you the most money in any sport, besides somewhat baseball, depending on who you are.
Yeah.
It's a money thing, bro. It gets to your head. You got all that money, you think you're invincible.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say necessarily that everyone here has been found guilty or not guilty, but I'm just gonna some of the recent things that have been going down. Rashee Rice getting arrested. Josh Jacobs now being arrested, Stephon Diggs being accused of things, Henry Ruggs, you could even say Antonio Brown. I'm tired of NFL players and fans coming out saying, like, free them. Whenever Rashee Rice got arrested, their players were wearing free number 4 or something like that, like whatever's number, I think it's number 4, but they were wearing shirts to, like, free him on it.
Yeah.
Why are we sticking up for people that genuinely cause misery to other lives? Rashee Rice hit people and ran away from the accident scene. And you're going to wear a shirt that says free him. What does it say about yourself?
Right. Think
about it if it was your family and someone ran away and you had the public coming out and saying free him, he did nothing wrong, while he hit your family.
Yeah. That's
It's sad what happened.
How fast was he going? Over 100?
Well, that was the other guy. I'm talking about the Kansas City Chiefs guy.
Okay.
Because that was the one that had like the free him movement kind of going on. It's honestly disgusting. Anyone that supports freeing them and like saying that they're, you know, just whatever, I find them to be disgusting people. I find them to be people that shouldn't deserve to have some of the rights that we have, honestly, to be honest with you. Like, the people that think that hitting people's families and they did nothing wrong, the fact that you get the same rights I do is actually kind of disturbing, in my opinion, you know? So, I'm not going to say, like, too much about it. That's where I stand. If you stand differently, I probably don't care about your opinion. To be straight honest with you, because my opinion's the right opinion.
Right. Of course. That's why we're here.
You know, moving on to something, getting back on the nice note, something you can talk about now.
Yeah.
We have IWC coming up this Saturday, Jack.
Exciting.
I know that we personally will be there. I just want to pull up some of the matches that we're going to have. I'm going to mention all the matches, and then I'll give my thoughts, and you can give your thoughts. We'll go back and forth, but I'm just going to mention them all first.
Yeah.
Or, no, that doesn't make sense. Well, I'll go match by match.
Okay. Yeah.
So, I don't know if these are all in order or not, but just the match cards that we have so far. We have a Fatal 4-Way between Gorgeous Gregory, Austin Blaze, Anthony Young, and Cannon Christopher. This is such a useless match to have as what I'm assuming is the opening match, because I'm going to go as if these are in order.
Yeah.
This is such a useless match. This does not make sense at all. You know, Austin Blaze and Gorgeous Gregory could have been something to, like, work together if they didn't turn Austin Blaze heel last month. Austin Blaze is a heel now.
Yeah.
Which I also don't really understand that move at all. I wasn't at the last show because it was like for like a suite, it was like $500 to get in, and like normal tickets were like $50 or some dollars to get in. It was crazy expensive. IWC. I don't know what you're doing. You probably made more money just selling normal tickets at that point.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest. Anthony Young, most boring wrestler IWC has ever brought in. I'm gonna be honest with you. Austin Blaze and Gorgeous Gregory. Austin Blaze, he has talent. I'm not a fan of him personally, but he can do some moves.
Yeah.
I didn't like him, so I'm going to enjoy booing him now. But looking at the roster itself, I don't really understand the heel move. I feel like you have a lot of heels already. And I don't know who's going to be with anymore. I mean, Gorgeous Gregory, I don't know if he's supposed to be a face or a heel, but he gets booed out of the arena at IWC.
Yeah.
I want to say he's a heel now that I think about it.
Yeah.
So maybe they will work together. Maybe that's why they turn Austin Blaze heel, so that they can do something together. But once again, it makes no sense to me to have them together if they are. Anthony Young, like I said, he's a face. He's probably one of the most boring people. I think he still gets booed anyways because people there just genuinely hate him. Like, he has no talent, no mic skills, and apparently he's supposed to be like the future. You know, I'm a little. I mean, to be fair, I am comparing him to stars like Duke Davis and like Gannon Jones Jr. and other talent there.
Mm-hmm.
But I just find it to be boring. Cannon Christopher, I actually like him. I kind of hope he wins this match. I feel like he kind of needs something to go for him. I respect his work. Not necessarily one of my favorite guys there, but I respect his work.
Yeah. He's fun to watch.
He is fun to watch. So I kind of hope he's the one that wins this match. There's nothing on the line for this match. It's just kind of like go out there and fight kind of opener match.
It sounds like it'd just be something to kind of warm up into the rest of event.
I'm going to be honest, as long as Austin Blazer and Christopher wins, I'm okay with it. I don't really understand why Gregory or Young would win this match unless... I honestly think those two would be better to take the fall.
Yeah.
To take the pin, I guess. So that's my thoughts on it. I don't know if you disagree with any of that.
No, I don't really disagree with it.
Who would you want to win if you had to choose one?
I think Canon Christopher is probably the one I'd want to win.
That's what I'm going for as well.
He's the most entertaining of them all to kind of watch.
That's what I think. Next up, we have Marcus D'Angelo and Ox versus Clay Campbell and Shelby Wilder. Clay Campbell is actually filling in because Cowpoke Paul couldn't be there.
Yeah.
And this is actually the debut for Ox as a actual wrestler.
Yeah.
Being in a tag team
I'm
match.
excited about that, actually.
I actually kind of think this is going to be kind of a Bubba and Bulk situation where Marcus D'Angelo is kind of just going to get flattened, and then Ox is just going to come in and beat them all up, and then Marcus is going to come in, hit a few moves, and get beat up again, and Ox is probably going to come in or cheat and finish it. I don't know the results of these matches. I don't work for IWC.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be honest, I don't see a way that Marcus D'Angelo and Ox lose this match against two, not no names, but like, they don't beat people that are getting pushed in this company.
Yeah.
Marcus D'Angelo is coming off of a loss. I think he needs this win. He lost his title to Victor Benjamin at the last show, which Victor Benjamin is now your high stakes champion, but will not be here at the show. He has other things going on, which kind of sucks because I actually haven't seen Victor in a long time.
Yeah.
But I really don't see a way Marcus and Ox lose this match.
Yeah, I'm actually excited to see how Ox performs.
I am too, actually.
Because he looks like he would be a crazy wrestler.
He is someone that reminds me he's just going to be turning into big man. He's just going to be big man fighting in ring.
Oh, yeah.
Big man fight ring.
Big man punch little man.
But he's going to use that loaded glove, beat the crap out of Campbell and Wilder.
Yeah.
I mean, Campbell and Wilder aren't even a tag team themselves. They would have made... I could see an upset coming if Cowpoke Paul was here.
Yeah.
You know, the two people riding their little horsies and stuff. But with Clay Campbell being here, it doesn't even make sense for them to win because they're not going to tag team again.
Yeah.
Unless they turn into like a faction where there's like the three of them, but that would also just be weird anyway.
Yeah,
so
it wouldn't make much sense.
I think D'Angelo and Ox got this in the bag.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Bill Collier versus Vince Valor. I'm going to be honest. Bill Collier is winning this match.
Yeah.
I don't see a way around it. This also doesn't really have any implications. It's just kind of another match.
Yeah.
I think Bill has been kind of cheated out of his last few wins, which has been the greatest thing ever to watch because that's how he won every single match that he won.
It got so hard watching his matches for a while.
I'm going to say he wins. I don't see him losing I don't know about last month, but the 2 months prior, he lost.
Yeah.
I don't see him losing for another month right here. So I don't even know really about this Vince Valor guy, I'm going to be honest. But knowing IWC, they don't want their old top star to lose for 3 months.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give this one to Bill Collier.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's so dominating, and the fact that he's lost last 2 months, it just doesn't
Felix
make
Cause
much
of all
sense.
people, too.
Yeah.
Man, poor Felix Cause. He has this broken reset button. He tried to use it last month, but it didn't work.
Yeah, that was hard to watch. that was sad.
Well, he tried. Well, that was 2 months ago. He tried to use it again last month.
Oh, really? He tried.
It still didn't work. He's got to go to like.
He's
got
just
to go down to like
fight
his local
through it.
repair shop or something at this point, man. Like, oh god.
Oh yeah.
Next up, we got Max Bet Stonewell Maxwell versus Andrew Palace. I'm gonna be honest. IWC loves having Andrew Palace lose matches.
Yeah.
I genuinely have no clue who's gonna win this match. I don't know anything about Maxwell. I just said Anywell. I mean, I got Wells stuck in my head, bro.
Oh my.
I don't know anything about Maxwell. I'm gonna assume. Here's my thing. If he's gonna come back to IWC in the next few months, he's probably gonna win this match because they want him to actually look like he can do something in this business.
Yeah.
If he's a one-off, I could see Palace winning.
Yeah.
Because Palace is kind of... I mean, Palace lost last month to Austin Blaze. Palace puts a lot of people over. But like I said, if this guy's coming back, it's just going to be another Palace put over, which is honestly kind of like Bill Collier, getting kind of boring just watching our guy Palace lose every single time.
Yeah, I love Palace.
I love
Why
Palace
can't he
too.
win?
He's so energetic. He's so fun. He gets the crowd engaged.
Oh yeah. Give him some wins.
Whenever he loses in non-one-on-one matches, sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
But watching him lose one-on-ones all the time, it sucks.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Palace win. I'm also going to say flip a coin and that's who's going to win, to be honest. Do I have a coin here? All right, you're gonna call it heads or tails. Heads is Palace. Tails is Maxwell.
I'm just gonna say heads.
Heads. It's heads. All right, so Palace is gonna win this
All right.
match. I have honestly no clue, because Palace is a great winner and loser at the same time. So
Yeah.
we'll figure it out the hard way. I don't even want to talk about this next match.
Oh god.
We have a triple threat match.
Triple threat match. Okay.
Spencer Slade
Oh my. All right.
versus Zach Nystrom versus Felix Cause
Oh,
for the
God.
Super Indie title in Steel Cage.
Oh, poor Felix Cause.
I'm gonna be honest. Felix Cause is not winning this match.
Yeah. No.
He has the potential to. It would make sense if he did, if he didn't have the reset button on him already.
Yeah.
Because knowing IWC, they're not gonna make him a champion of two titles at the same time.
No.
They don't do that. Spencer Slade is also Plummer's favorite guy there for whatever god unknown reason. I honestly feel like he puts on some really boring matches. He doesn't get into it with the crowd. I know he has like the hearing problems and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he does absolutely nothing to react to the crowd. I mean, yeah, he'll like yell at them and stuff, but he doesn't respond. He doesn't build off
Yeah.
of what they're doing. He's boring to watch. I'm gonna be honest. His matches are boring, and you know the outcome every single time by halfway through based on how it's going.
Yeah.
He does the same ankle lock 15 times per match. He pulls down his straps halfway through every single time, or a little after halfway through every single
Yep,
time. He wears the underwear that looks like he got out of his mom's room. I don't understand it. I'm gonna be honest. Spencer Slade is probably retaining. I would love Nystrom to win it. He has nothing going for him, and
Yeah.
he's there every single time. IWC is a very, if you show up and put in the work, we reward you type of company.
Yeah.
But they do not want to reward Nystrom for whatever reason. They don't want to give him anything to work with. And he was honestly, 2 months ago, he was in that triple threat match with Ed, the Guerrero. I can't think of the name for the life of me.
Yeah.
But he honestly carried that match. He looked so incredibly talented. And
He's a fun watch.
they give him nothing to work with. He's one of my most underrated wrestlers on this entire roster.
Yeah.
I actually really like Nystrom. I'm surprised nowhere's... I mean, people could be scouting him, and I have no clue.
No.
But, like, he's not an ID, which is, like, the biggest scouting right now. I can't believe none of these other smaller companies are signing him.
Yeah.
He's a good talent.
Honestly, I was like thinking about that. I feel like Spencer Slade is like a Bill Collier, but like kind of more basic. Like I look at
A
them,
basic bill.
I look at both of them, and they look almost exactly the same. It's just
And
one
they
of
both,
them is just more basic.
And they both get pushed even when nobody wants them.
Yeah.
Like, there's a difference between being a heel and being a good heel.
Yeah.
He's just a heel.
Uh-huh.
It's not that nobody likes you because you're a heel. It's that nobody likes watching you.
Yeah, it's
I
the
think,
same match every
I
time.
think he could be fun if he didn't have the title. Let someone else have the title that needs it. He doesn't need the title. He's not even here half the time. Half the events he doesn't even show up to.
Yeah.
Which, good for you. You're getting booked at other places. But, like, it's just... No, I don't understand why they won't let him drop it to anyone else. Because at what point does he drop it? Because it's not going to make sense to drop it half the time anymore.
Yeah.
Because you've already beat half the roster. You're going to drop it to someone like Duke. And then
Yeah.
who's Duke going to drop it to?
Right?
So it's pointless at one point. Like, that's why you can't have people like him win too much, because it doesn't make sense for him to drop it, but it doesn't make sense for him to hold it.
Yeah.
And now you're in a predicament. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that. He might just hold it until they retire the belt, honestly, at this point, or until he has to leave, until he like relinquishes it or something like that.
Yeah.
I kind of hope he pulls a Finn Balor and has to relinquish it at some point.
Mhm.
I mean, shout out to him. You're getting signed to places, but man,
Yeah.
boring matches. Next up, we have Ava Brooks, who is our women's IWC champion, versus Danny Mo, who you probably don't know her, but she's big around the indies. She's one of the better female wrestlers around the indies.
Is she normally wrestle IWC or no?
No, this is her first time here, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Not her, I don't think it's her first time here, but she has not been here since I've been going to IWC.
Yeah.
She was there before that, I think. This is Ava Brooks' first time defending the title since winning it.
Yeah.
She hasn't been at the last few events. She's made 1 or 2 promos, give or take. But it's been really weird having her win.
Yeah.
Because...
She's so new, too, to, like, at least to IWC.
Oh, and also I should mention, the triple threat last one is in a steel cage.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is also all at the ballpark. The event is Cage Fury at the ballpark. I should have mentioned this at the start. It's the Washington Wild Things EQT Park. Just want to put that out there. It's not at Elizabeth. Do not go to Elizabeth. If you bought tickets, you should know that, because it takes you to the Wild Things website.
Yeah.
But We have this match. I don't know how it's gonna go because I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't make sense for Ava Brooks, in my opinion, to retain it against someone like Danny Moe. But Danny Moe did go to 880 recently and put someone over who realistically Danny Moe should not have lost to.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're gonna have her do. I don't really see Danny Moe being there very often at IWC unless IWC is able to keep pulling her in.
Yeah.
But whenever you have someone that doesn't show up versus someone that's probably not going to show up, I don't even know who you give the win to. This is another one where I almost want to flip a coin. Knowing IWC, I feel like they want to give it to Ava Brooks because that's their wrestler. But if I was to go on who had the better fighting resume, Danny Moe should win it. I'm going to say Ava Brooks wins it. Having her lose it on her first defense would kind of ruin her character going forward.
Yeah.
You would make it so unbelievable for her to win in the future. Unless maybe like a Katie Arquette can run in and do it, but I don't even know if she's going to be there. Or if you have another woman come out and interrupt or something, but there's not that much woman talent at IWC recently. A lot of the talent's been getting signed at bigger companies, which is good for them, but once again, it kind of leaves a gap in who you can really use here.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm going to give Ava Brooks the win here because it's an IWC girl who I think can be more consistent than Danny Moe.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be mad if Danny Moe won.
I've only seen Ava Brooks wrestle one time. I don't even know who the other person is because I've never even seen them before, so it's impossible for me to really tell.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Ava Brooks just because I feel like that's who they want to keep it.
Probably, yeah.
If I was told it's fully unscripted, this isn't a wrestling match, let's say it's like MMA, Danny Moe wins this. So I don't know how it's going to go. Next match we have is Elijah Dean versus Duke Davis for the IWC World Heavyweight title in a steel cage. And J Bev and Nino are banned, and Nino Steele are banned from the ballpark. I have a feeling, I forget the guy's name, but I have a feeling that the third guy of this recruitment is going to come in and probably interfere in this match.
Mm.
But at the same time, interfering in a steel cage match is pretty hard to pull off.
Yeah.
Interfering enough to make Duke Davis lose against Elijah Dean is also a whole nother story on its own because Duke Davis is the meta-human. He is the Brazilian Tex House's mascot. So, he's the reason I put my cereal in ice cream now.
Yeah.
Which, great recommendation, by the way. I got that soft
that was
serve.
fantastic.
I got that soft serve from Johnny. I got that Crave cereal with the chocolate filling. Oh my god, that was probably one of the best desserts I've ever had. But here's the thing too. Elijah Dean is running around with Duke Davis's title, posting it like he has it. Yeah. Whenever Duke Davis actually won last month, but Elijah Dean stole it. So, I want to say Duke wins it and gets it back. I'm gonna be honest. Elijah Dean isn't world heavyweight title material. They don't want him to win. He doesn't look like he should win. Mm-hmm. I feel like he should take his faction into the tag team era. Please let Elijah Dean go in there with his 3 guys and take it off of Bubba and Bulk. That's what I want. I am tired of Bubba and Bulk. I've said it on the podcast many times before. I have literally told people before the match starts how it's going to go. Yeah. And I have been 95% accurate. Last time I was there, I was one tag off. I called the entire match except Bubba got tagged in. Bubba got tagged in one more time than I said. I was one tag off from calling the whole match before it started on how it was going to go.
Yeah. They're so repetitive.
So they gotta
change something with them for real.
That is the most obnoxious thing. So I really hope Elijah Dean loses this. They finish up the metahuman story. Let another challenger come in. Let Felix Cause be a threat again. Let him fix his reset button. Yeah. Or if you really want to, have him have it fixed and actually win this event. Which I don't know if it'll happen because he's in a match earlier in the day. But it's not unseen to be in a match earlier in the day, have the reset come out and try to activate it. Yeah. So, I feel like he's going to try to activate no matter what. It's just, is it fixed or is it still broken? That's what I don't know. Because Duke is going to be hurting after this match. Don't get me wrong. He's probably going to be fighting 1 to 2 people the whole time. Mm-hmm. And the reset button, Felix Hauss tried to use it 2 months in a row. You're going to tell me he's not going to try to use it this month because he had a match earlier on in the night? Yeah. I don't believe it. And I would also hate for him to lose the match because he had a match earlier, so he wasted the reset button because why would you give it to him in the first place? That's like whenever you give someone the money in the bank, they hold it for like 6 months and then just don't and cash it in and lose it anyways. Yeah. Screw you, TKO. But I It doesn't make sense for Duke to lose. I mean,
Yeah.
if Duke loses again this close after losing to Jamie and having to win it back,
Yeah.
I hate to say it, you're almost ruining the scariness of Duke Davis. You're making Duke look like a pretty beatable wrestler.
Yeah.
And he's one of the biggest guys there. He's one of the scariest guys there. He's the metahuman. He runs around that crowd and you're low-key terrified to be in his way. If he says move, you move, unless you're the camera guy that gets in his way whenever he's trying to throw someone in the ring post. Order shame. But I don't see Duke losing. I'm giving it to Duke all the way. If he loses, I think IWC made a big mistake.
If no one interferes, Duke's winning.
Even if someone interferes, I feel like you still gotta have Duke win.
Yeah, well, I don't know. If they do another thing where they just beat the crap out of his knee for the 4th time, like,
Yeah.
for every single time
I'm so tired
he wrestles.
of him like limping around the ring
Yeah.
and like his leg, like every time
Let him move.
win or lose, they still nerf his leg, bro. Like my god, like
Every single
his
time.
leg is actually gonna be broken one of these days because they beat up the same leg every single time.
Yeah.
But speaking of Bubba and Volk, they have a match. This match makes no sense because I hate both of these teams. I don't understand how people like Bubba and Volk like genuinely like him. But we have Bubba and Volk versus Johnny Mahalo and Carter Taylor. The team is called Point Break, and it's also in the steel cage. Let's be honest, Johnny Mahalo and Carter Taylor, Point Break, they're not winning this match. If they do, the only way I can see them actually winning is because of the fact it's in a steel cage. If you bust Bubba open or something, or I keep saying Bubba. If you bust Bulk open or something, Bubba's just there to be a beatdown guy. Bubba is there to make Bulk seem so incredibly needed, and the only reason this team is here.
Mm-hmm.
If you can eliminate Bulk from the scenario, Bubba is low-key a nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to be that guy, but whenever they were getting jumped by the presidents 2 months ago, they weren't even hitting Bubba. They were kicking the air. They were like literally a foot above his back every time. And listen, I'm the first person to say wrestling, yes, it's scripted, but it's not faked. Injuries happen, things happen, genuine injuries happen.
Yeah.
If
Didn't Palace get injured? Like
Palace
that's what
got
changed
really
him into a face.
Yeah, I mean, things happen, but I mean, that was just bad writing, man. If you want to be a wrestler and you want to be a champion, you got to be willing to maybe get hit a little bit to make it look realistic. You can't be telling people, I'm old, you got to hit me a foot above my back. Come on,
if you're at that point, just retire at this point.
You don't have to retire. Just lose the belt so you're not a main piece anymore.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if they were just some normal tag team, but man, that was embarrassing.
That was bad.
I don't know if the presidents had anything to do with last month. I didn't keep up with that part. I don't really understand what they're doing with that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It seems like a weird piece of this IWC puzzle. So I'm gonna say Bubba and Bulk won this match. I don't think that IWC sees Johnny Mahalo and Carter Taylor as a tag team championship worthy team, especially the team that beats Bubba and Bulk.
Yeah.
But this is going to a scenario once again. You've had Bubba and Bulk beat everyone now.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you make it drop it to? Like, you're gonna have TME be a team and they win, but then who are they gonna drop it to? Because that's two of your best talent, and at every other promotion in Pittsburgh and even like Ohio and Cleveland and all that stuff, they're the best there, and they don't drop the titles. So
I got an idea. What if Duke Davis and Gannon they become a tag team and beat Bulk?
So what I just said.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh wait.
TME is.
TME. Okay. I didn't even realize that was them.
Yeah, TME.
I've never seen them fight in a tag team, so I have no clue what they're actually doing.
Yeah.
Because God forbid they work together in IWC.
IWC is the only promotion around that actually has them both as single stars.
Yeah, God forbid.
IWC,
I want to see that. That would go so hard.
It's probably some of the best matches you would ever watch, but you will probably never see it in your lifetime.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much about it for IWC. They're actually the Enjoy Tag Team. Going back to they're the Enjoy Tag Team champs. Enjoy Tag Team champs, actually.
Yeah.
And that's the one I was talking about. Like, they haven't lost it. But that's pretty much it for our IWC talk, unless you have anything else that you want to really mention, but that's pretty much all the matches and stuff. I know you haven't really been there. You didn't really know anything about last month. You were just there 2 months ago, so it's a little bit harder to talk about it for you. But I think that's about it for our IWC talk.
Yeah.
But we got some fun stuff to end this episode off. We got some fun topics to end today's episode off on.
Some new things.
So, as many of you may know, or if you listen to some of the more like Lucas Carey type episodes, or like just kind of like talks in the past, I'm a big Xbox guy.
Oh yeah.
Jack here, you're a big Xbox
I am
guy.
a big Xbox guy.
So Xbox has been kind of going on a little fun scheme around here, just kind of revolutionizing consoles once again.
Yeah, they saw that Walmart got rid of their consoles, and they're like, all of a sudden, oh god, let's fix this.
So, as many of you may or may not know, if you're into the gaming community, we have a new CEO. I'm not gonna try to say her name because I probably screw it up. It's like Asha something, or I
couldn't tell you.
I'm not gonna try to say it. I'm also not gonna Google it because Google will probably make me say it like I'm an idiot anyway. I'd be like Asha or something like that. So I'm not even gonna try. But she's been going crazy. Yeah. I was actually part of the crowd that didn't like her whenever she first came here.
Yeah, it was because she was so 50-50. She was an AI. She was
the head of AI who has never been a gamer in her life.
Yeah.
Since coming here, she has been devoting her free time to playing video games to figure out how the gaming community works, what they want and what they need, and what's fun about gaming. She has taken AI out of Xbox.
Yeah.
They are getting rid of it. They're getting rid of AI slot games. So games that are made by AI will not be allowed on the Microsoft Store anymore. We're reverting our name back to the all caps on like all the socials and stuff. Making a new logo, which will then be the new startup screen and the more kind of like original sounding for it. Going back to the green, which actually made a new shaded green.
I don't even understand why they changed that.
I must be colorblind.
You look at both of them and they look exactly the same.
I genuinely don't see a single difference, but apparently they probably changed like 1 pixel of the green. You know what? It changes at the end of the day. We're doing revolutionary stuff over here.
They put a pixel of sunlight on it and it changed the entire thing.
I'm trying to think of what else. Under Game Pass, the price has gone down. Not back to what it used to be, but considerably down.
Yep, it went from 30 to 22.
Yeah. Soon they're going to be letting you customize it, so you actually get to choose what you pay for. So you might be able to get it to go lower, or also might make it go a little bit higher.
I think what I heard is that 22 is the base. You can only make it go up. I think that's what I heard a while ago. That might have changed.
It depends who you listen to as well. No one really knows what's happening besides the CEO herself and the developers. So we're getting our news from like websites and Instagram and stuff like that, and like leakers.
Yeah.
So you never really know what's gonna happen until it happens. We're getting rid of Call of Duty's day one, which is how the game price was able to go down, which is why it went up in the first place, which is just so stupid because the last Call of Duty didn't even do well. Like nobody even wanted it.
Black Ops 7 sucked. Why would you even play it?
I couldn't tell you.
Unless you're just a die-hard Call of Duty fan, just play. If you like the Black Ops, just play 6. 6 was better.
Yeah.
It at least tried something new.
Or just go back to 1, 2, and 3.
Or just, go back to the originals.
Even 4, debatably, but
if you
4,
want the
4
new
was
ones,
kind of like
play
the downfall
6. If you want the old ones, play the old ones. It's not worth playing the new ones and making them think that they're doing good.
To people that use Discord, they're adding Discord to Game Pass, which is pretty cool. And vice versa, you get the base level of Game Pass if you get Discord Nitro. So whichever one you use. Because Game Pass is actually pretty good if you use it on PC. It's pretty cheap also, so it might be worth it to just get Game Pass on your PC for gaming stuff, and then you get your Discord for free, which is borderline the same price as basic Game Pass in the first place.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of change coming to Xbox. A lot of fun stuff. We're bringing back exclusives to be exclusive. We're working with Steam on the next console, which is huge in my opinion. That's one of the biggest things. I mean, the price is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
But in terms of consoles, that's pretty sick in my opinion.
I just hope they don't blow the price to the point where it's like PC kind of prices.
It's gonna be over $1,000. But to think about it now, if you want to get a gaming PC, the cheapest you're getting is like $2,500.
Yeah.
So it's like, you probably should get a PC if you're buying the new Xbox for PC likeliness. But for people like me who've always been on console, don't know how to do PC stuff, a console, and for my setup in my room, I don't have the room for a PC. I don't have the room for my computer. So I'm a console guy. So this is pretty cool for us. And obviously we have the new Halo game coming out, which is Xbox's baby, pretty much. I know you're excited for that.
I am.
You're trying to wiggle my Halo-ness back into me. I played all the terrible Halos, so it's been
of
a
course
little bit.
You start with 4, like.
Yeah, I started with like 3, 4.
3 was good. 3 is arguably one of the best.
I think 3 I only played like a few hours of though, and then I played 4. I played like whatever was after that.
Did you play 5 or did you play?
I think I played 5.
Halo 5. Did it have like dashing and stuff?
Couldn't tell you. It was a while ago at this point. And then I played the other one that came out after that.
That's Infinite.
Infinite.
Okay, so you played all the bad games.
I played all the bad ones.
I get you on Reach. Dude.
You're getting me back on Reach, so we'll see how this next game goes. I'm hoping it's good. New CEO seems pretty likeliness that it'll be a somewhat good game. It's not gonna have AI slop in it.
Some OG Halo fans are hating on the new remake, but they're just adding new mechanics. Like, they're upset that there's sprint in the game. Like, I'm sorry that it's not going to be a copy and paste of the original game from the early 2000s to, like, late 1900s. Like, you need to add things, otherwise it's just going to be another crappy remaster that everyone hated originally for not having enough new things. Like, they added extra seats to Warhog so you can have more people to play with. Like, they're adding sprint, they're adding all kinds of that fun stuff, and people are just complaining about it. And they've even added ways to turn it off in settings, so, like, stop complaining. Like, seriously, it looks good. Stop complaining, please. It doesn't all have to be negative. That's all I ever say.
I agree with you. People are too nostalgia-driven.
Yeah.
But speaking of Master Chief, we're a few weeks late to the party, but they're still selling it some places.
Yeah.
We got Master Chief on a soda.
Master Chief on a soda part 2.
This is huge news here, guys.
Yeah.
We got Fanta X Master Chief pineapple flavor.
Pineapple flavor.
It
actually got me into the flavor.
I'm not gonna lie. I hate pineapple drinks. Last time I had a pineapple drink, I drank less than half of it because I hated everything about it. I finished this one. I finished it besides like that much, like literally like a few sips because
just a few sips.
Because I forgot I had it and it was flat by the time I reopened it. Because it was probably like 2 weeks later. Because I saw the bottle and I'm like, oh crap, I didn't finish that.
Yeah.
And I kept the bottle because I want to put it on my little shelf thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It sits right next to my Call of Duty Fanta bottle, which sits right behind my 2 Freddy Fazbear Fanta cans that I have in my room. Which on the right of it, on the right of the bottles, is my 250th anniversary America Monster can.
Of course.
Of course.
You gotta have it.
So if you guys can and you guys like pineapple flavored drinks, get the Master Chief on a soda.
It's really good.
If you're into gaming, which I'm sure at least one fan out there is, you get a free skin.
Maybe
Halo.
Yeah, you do. You get a free Fanta skin.
Yeah,
it's
you get
like
a free Fanta
yellow.
skin.
It looks goofy, but it's
Hey, free skin's a free skin at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And people that don't buy it won't have it, so you can say it's kind of exclusive.
Yeah.
And to kind of go on the end of our little goofies before we have one final thing, the FNAF movies.
Yeah.
That is something I've not been able to really talk about in this podcast because of the old regime. And not even watching the second one. Like, what a nerd.
Yeah, right.
But FNAF 1, I would say that the movie overall, pretty good. Definitely showed what they needed to work on. But it was a lot better than people were expecting.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot better than I was expecting.
Yeah.
It kept some of the horror aspects, but was kind of predictable about what stuff was going to happen.
If you like really scary things, I wouldn't watch this movie. Like, if you're going in it for the scares, it's not worth it.
If you're going in as a FNAF fan, though, watch it.
It's made for fans. If you do not know the franchise, it's not worth watching.
Scott himself said, if you're a critic, you're going to hate my movie because it's made for my fans. Mm-hmm. What the critics do, hate it. What the fans do, one of the most positive movies that got released that year. That was the biggest gap from critics' points to fans' points.
Yeah.
In any movie ever.
The only one that beat it was the next FNAF movie.
Yeah,
FNAF 2.
The only one that beat that was FNAF 2. Which, I don't know how the critics hated FNAF 2 more, because they said it wasn't scary enough. It got scarier! I jumped! Oh my god, it's like Cardinals fans saying that they're rebuilding every year. Like, you're not rebuilding every year. It just angers me. God! You can't rebuild for 30 years! You've been rebuilding since 2010! God, stupid people. But no, FNAF 2, great movie. What'd you guys complain about? Scary stuff? What'd we get? Scary stuff.
Yeah, the only problem I had was that it ended on a cliffhanger. I wish it didn't.
It did end on a cliffhanger, but it's kind of good for FNAF 3 because...
it leads into the third movie.
Because I always come back. Because literally the wallpaper for the next one is literally Springtrap.
Yeah.
Which
I'm so hyped for that. That would be cool. It has to be rated R.
I'm actually, no, as much of a little crybaby as I can be, I actually kind of hope this movie's even scarier.
Yes.
Because I only jumped, I think, like once or twice at the last movie. Mm-hmm. I want to jump like 5 times this movie.
Yeah, I want it to
like,
be
I want to be
more scares.
Now, the problem is, though, if we're going game reference, this is actually a less scary game than 1 and 2. I didn't find this one to be scary, because you know what's going to happen. Yeah, you have like the shadow things that like jump at you and like make your oxygen go down, like you're, but realistically, you're just going, hello, every 5 seconds, and then Springtrap can't even come to you.
Yeah, but the characters themselves are scarier, and it's not gonna.
Yeah.
And if you look at the second movie, like they only had like 5 minutes worth of references to the actual gameplay.
Yeah.
So if they just make it scarier and less like the game, I think it can really be scary.
Yeah.
Especially with Springtrap.
I think this movie has a ton of potential because they've made a lot of money on the first two. So this is your biggest budget.
Yep.
You're also not releasing it less than a year later. You're releasing it like 2 years later. Like it's not coming out till 2027.
Yeah.
So we skipped 2026 and we're going into 2027.
Yeah.
So
Double production time, double budget.
Like, I'm hype. I am hype for that movie.
I just hope they end it here. I don't want them to keep
I want
going.
more. I want more. I want like 6 of these movies. I want
a movie
I want
per
like
game.
6 to 6. Yes, a movie per game. Give it to the fan-made games as well. I want FNAF World. I want that to be
FNAF
a movie
World.
too. I want an animated FNAF World movie. I want everything. I want every YouTube video compiled into one remade movie of YouTubers being in FNAF. I want everything.
Oh my god.
I actually hope that they don't end it. I don't think they're ending it. I think they already announced that as long as the first 3 do good,
Yeah.
I think they're doing that 3 more.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're just gonna go too far, and it's gonna go downhill. Because you can only go up so long, and then once it plateaus and then starts going down, people are gonna start getting angry.
Here's the thing, though. We had if you're going in English class, right? You had the bottom of the hill, and now you're slightly going up, but you're not even at the climax yet. Like this will be the climax.
Yeah.
Maybe because you had a really rough starting point.
Yeah.
And then you started I don't know if we're at the top of the hill yet. I think the third one gets us to the top of the hill.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth one is the climax. And then, maybe you have some falling action. You're not gonna be the biggest movie of the year candidates, but you're still gonna make money. And by the time you hit the 6th, I think you're on the runway down. You stop.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
So I think 3 was the minimum, and I think 6 is where you should stop it. I'll be happy at 6.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Not 7,
I just think that
only 6.
I think they should just. Don't even start with that. Don't start with that. I just think that they should stop at their high point. That's my opinion.
But on that note, we have our one last thing. I have a game show. I wanted to bring back a little game show for you because you actually deserve a game show. The other guy, he didn't deserve him the last few times I saw him. Loser. But I have a blind ranking for you.
Okay.
So we're gonna get through this. Post production, Lucas, get them typing hands ready, because you're gonna, or I guess copy and pasting hands ready, because you're gonna be copy and pasting this stuff into the timeline. Starting off for you, it's colors, by the way.
It's colors.
It's your favorite thing.
Yes. Colors.
Starting off for you, you have Vertitor. Vertitor.
Vertitor.
I don't know how to say it. I say it instead of it. Vertitor. Vertitor. It's like a sign.
I really like that color, actually.
Yeah. It kind of goes like that Kuhns squad thing on the wall right there.
I think I have to. I think I put that number 1. I really like blues, and I like cyan specifically.
Cyan.
Yeah.
Next up for you, we have a light bluish gray Natir. Natir.
It's kind of bland, I think. It's not bad. It's kind of like a. It looks like sky blue, but a little darker.
Yeah, it's like a gray. It's maybe it's whenever the storm is coming, but not there yet.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm gonna put that 4.
I don't really have any nattier stuff on the walls around here.
Yeah.
Maybe that ripped up Malkin poster up there, kind of the top part where it's kind of fading into the logo part.
Yeah, that might be.
Alright, we got see. I think that stupid Austin kid. He used to always make fun of me.
Yeah.
For my colors. We literally have every single color I bring up in this room, and he still says they're fake. We have every single one in this room.
Look at that right there. That looks
basically
kind of
nattier.
Yeah.
Next up for you, we have Payne's Gray.
Ooh, Payne's Gray.
Payne's Gray. It's kind of like that chair right there.
I think I'm gonna have to put that 5. I'm not a big gray guy. I like wearing gray, but
You're not a gray guy?
I just don't like. It's not eye pleasing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm wearing gray on gray with gray on my shoes.
I'll wear all gray, but it's not one of my favorite colors.
Next up for you, I have Cosmic Latte.
Cosmic Latte, interesting.
Yeah. Cosmic Latte. Low key, bro. This Stanley Cup champions right there. That is Cosmic Latte. That is what? Cosmic Latte.
Yeah, that could be.
Honestly, that other Stanley Cup champions thing right there.
It's not quite.
This Mario Lemieux right here is Cosmic Latte. There's so much Cosmic Latte in this room.
Man, I think I'm. Let me see it.
Sorry.
Let me see it. I think
that
I'm gonna have to
tree
put
right
that.
there could be Cosmic Latte, honestly.
I think I have to put that number 2.
Number 2?
Yeah, I like that.
All right. So what do you have open? Your number 3 or 4?
I have my number 3.
Number 3. We have your final one, Atomic Tangerine.
Atomic Tangerine. You know what? I'm fine
Honestly,
with that. That's not
the
bad.
nose of my Foxy.
Yeah.
The nose of my Foxy is basically Atomic Tangerine.
Yeah. You know what? I'm really happy with it. That's not bad.
It's not too... No, it's kind of far from Orbit's color. I forgot to mention the Torsemen are here. They've just been kind of chilling here.
Yeah, they're chilling. They're hanging out.
They're hanging out. They're hanging out with the Foxy and Freddy
They're
Plushie.
accepted here now.
Huh?
They're more accepted now. Now
I
that that one guy's gone.
Yeah, like, no one's going to argue them being here.
Yeah.
It's like, I forgot... Like, that's why I forgot to mention them. Because, like, every time I bring them... Like, that old regime would be like, oh, great, they're here.
Yeah,
or like,
right.
oh, the Torsemen. Like, really, they can't be somewhere else. But, like, now it's like, you didn't even, like, mention it. Like, because you're just so used to seeing them. Because, like, you're chill with them. I'm chill with them. And it's like, oh, yeah, like, they're here.
Yeah.
And my Freddy and Foxy plushie. I didn't mention them either, but they're not part of the Torsemen.
Yeah.
They're just here because I knew we were going to talk about FNAF.
Yeah.
And they're really soft.
They are very soft. I have the same Freddy one. He's very soft.
Yeah, we bought them at the same time. Oh, no, I bought them a little bit later. You told me where to go get it, and I got it.
Yeah.
I got the last one as well.
Yeah.
All right, but so what's your list?
All right, I have Pain Gray at 5. I have Nadir at 4. I have Atomic Tangerine at 3. I have Cosmic Latte at 2. And Virdir, I think that's how you say it, at 1.
Are you changing your list, or are you keeping it the same?
I think I'm keeping it exactly the same. I like it.
Okay.
You know, the only one I would consider changing is my 2 and 3, but I think I like it where it's at.
All right, I'll give you my list now. So starting off at number 5, we have Nadir.
Okay.
You know, I'm not like a huge fan of it. It's kind of like a weird color. I don't really see myself in that color. Like, I think I have like one shirt that's like kind of a little bit darker than that, but it's like kind of close. And funny enough, it's actually my favorite shirt that I own. So you'd think it'd be higher on this list, but I just like some of the more simple colors on this list, honestly. At number 4, we have Atomic Tangerine.
Okay.
I'm not a huge orange guy, and I always go like, would I wear that color, or like, would I paint my room that color?
Yeah.
I would not do either for Atomic Tangerine, to be honest with you.
Fair.
I think it's more pleasing to the eye than Nadir.
Yeah.
But I couldn't see myself doing anything with it.
It's very, like, soft almost.
Yeah,
like
it is
soft
very
color.
soft. At number 3, we're going to go with Verdier. More just because I don't, it's the same boat as Atomic Tangerine. I don't think I'd wear it or paint my room in, but it's a nice color. I like, the colors are pleasing to my eyes. I just like how it looks.
Yeah.
At number 4, we have Cosmic Latte. I think it's just a very nice white color. It's not like too white, like it's not like flashbang white, but it's more just like a nice simple white color, like my white shirt.
Did you just
like
do
that.
4, or do you mean
Or
3?
2. Two. Sorry.
At 2, okay.
At
2
you know,
is Cosmic Latte.
it's just like a very simple color. It's everywhere.
Okay.
I just love it personally. And at my number 1 spot, I'm actually doing Payne's Gray. I like gray a lot. Gray is slowly becoming one of like my more like favorite colors to like have on me, kind of like wearing.
Yeah.
Just like simple. Like gray is such a simple color to match up with other stuff. It's not black, but it's not like too bright either. Like it's like a darker, nice color. That's not just like dark.
Yeah.
So, you know, I like Payne's Gray. I think it's a nice color. It kind of almost has like a little like hint of blue to it, but it's like a really gray at the same time.
Yeah.
So that is my list. And I think that's about all that we have for today's episode. Yeah. You know, this is a nice episode.
That was a great episode.
We got a little over an hour into it. Very, very stoked. You know, first episode, a banger. You know, I can't remember the last time I got an hour with that other guy because I couldn't stand to talk to him for more than like half an hour, 40 minutes.
Yeah, he got really annoying after a while.
And you know what that got to? You know, it was either Media Hub or nothing. So we were on Zoom all the time, which Zoom never has any problems.
Zoom.
Oh, well, we're on camera. I don't care if we're on camera. They don't deserve to see me. They don't deserve camera half the time anyways. So, you know what? Thank you so much for being here, Mr. Jack Dean.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I greatly appreciate you.
Yeah,
thank you to the Torsemen for being here. Thank you for my plushies for being nice and soft whenever I needed them to.
Yeah.
I had a great time filming this. I think that this was a success. Yeah. I think we're going to have to keep running it back.
Talked about all kinds of things.
Talked about tons of stuff. And I am very excited to announce, actually, what this Sunday's episode is going to be. Since the stupid guys, one request was, oh, please interview Sunday. I can't let go and interview Sunday. You know what? We are going to keep Interview Sunday around. And we're going to do a guest that has never been interviewed before. Just absolutely disgusting, honestly, that they haven't been interviewed. Honestly, probably one of the most missed, like, if you had, like, a tier list of, like, most missed moments in Two Jagoffs history, this is probably number 1, which is why we're bringing it to the Lucas Gary's podcast instead, because that old podcast is dead and irrelevant. We're interviewing Mr. Jack Dean on Sunday. Someone that has never gotten the spotlight shine on them.
Yeah.
I am so excited to have you on. I'm sure we'll have plenty of... It's almost going to be like a story time rather than an interview. We're probably just gonna share stories, share our silly little thoughts,
Silly little thoughts.
all that kind of stuff. Talk about our shared hatred for the old guy.
Yeah, new management, silly little thoughts.
He's pushing 30 years old, so it's kind of crazy in my opinion. But you know what? I am stoked to have you on. It'll be great to see you. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all my loyal fans that stay tuned. Shout out Matt Palangi, one of my other bigger supporters. Wish he could have been here today. But I think that's all I have for you. So I will see all of you, or you better be here next time. Peace.